Doing these micro habits has literally transformed my life. By implementing small, very tiny habits every single day, I have transformed from an insecure girl in West London who had crippling, limiting beliefs and high anxiety to a confident woman who became the first in her family to go to university, achieved a full ride scholarship, traveled the world, met outstanding people, knows her worth, and wakes up every single day to chase her goals. This is not no ordinary self-help video. The advice I'm about to share has literally transformed my life. And it did not happen overnight. I've had to change the way I view myself, what I believe about myself, and what I believe about the world. So in today's video, I'm gonna share the micro, very tiny, very small habits that I am doing and I continue to do that literally changes everything. When I'm feeling scared, when I'm feeling anxious, when I start to do these things, my whole mindset changes. So let's talk about it. The first habit I'm about to share is a bit nuanced and can be a bit difficult to understand, but I think it's really important to share this one because if you're gonna take anything from this video, it has to be this, and that is the habit of making third doors. You might be like, what the heck, lady? What does making a third door mean? Like, what is that? What's a third door? Why is there a second door? Why are we at a third one? Okay, look. Making a third door is making opportunities for yourself by doing uncommon things. To get certain opportunities that might seem very far-reaching, sometimes it's not by going through the traditional or the most obvious path. Sometimes it's by doing micro things every single day to get yourself in a different position to actually access those opportunities. Finding a third door through micro habits is as simple as DMing someone that you look up to, that you want to collaborate. It's as simple as waking up every single day and working on your skills to build a portfolio. It's as simple as making content like me. These little things that you do every single day will accumulate and eventually give you that opportunity that you thought you were never gonna get, if that makes sense. Most of the opportunities I have had in this life is because I made a third door. For example, when I was young, probably like 13, 14, I thought I was very stupid. I was failing all of my exams in school. I struggled really badly. I was in all of the lower sets and I did not have a tutor or a mentor. So how did I get a full scholarship at 18 years old to go to NYU and travel to 5 countries in 4 years and meet outstanding people and become the first person in my family to go to university? How did that happen? Well, I overheard a conversation between a teacher and a student about a program called the Certain Trust US program, and I was like, my curiosity kicked in. You know, usually I would have walked away from the situation like, no big deal, but I pulled the student, somebody I didn't really talk to that much, by the way, and I was like, hi, what were you talking about? What program is this? And they told me about it, and then the day I went home, I put my heart, my soul into the application, and then I got into the program. When I got into the program, that's when I gained the skills and understanding of the US opportunities, of studying abroad, of ACT, how to write a good exam, of how to write and structure a good essay. This is the program that took me to Harvard and Princeton when I learned more about the liberal arts education, and that's what helped me to get the wisdom and understanding to write a strong common application, which then led me to apply to NYU Abu Dhabi, which then got me a full ride scholarship to go to NYU Abu Dhabi. What I'm basically trying to say with this story is that there is always a third door. Some opportunities don't come to you directly. Opportunities sometimes look binary, but in fact there's always a way around it to get into one that isn't so obvious but very powerful. And something to remember about the third door is that it's the less traveled path. A lot of people don't take it. A lot of people are scared to take the third door opportunities because you have to really consistently work and believe in yourself and have this faith and courage that it's going to work out even when you have no evidence. You just have to be going, you just have to try it. And that's why sometimes we naturally believe that the only 2 options, yes or no. We don't ever think there's a third option, but I believe deep down in my heart and in my body and in every single cell in my being, if you can implement unique, unconventional micro habits every day, such as the ones I mentioned, you will make opportunities for yourself or get opportunities that you couldn't even imagine. The next thing I want to talk about is podcast mindsets. There are 4 podcasts which I love and swear by, and these podcasts are Serendipity by Inky Johnson, The Secrets to Success by Eric Thomas, On Purpose by Jay Shetty, and The Ed Milet Show. And I'm going to link all of these podcasts down below. To change your mindset from limiting to abundant, you need to engage in content that continues to inspire you, motivate you, and educate you. And podcast is like the simplest way to do so. And it's so easy to implement this into your life. For example, when I'm on the train going to work, I'm listening to a podcast. When I'm walking to the gym, I'm listening to a podcast. Even when I'm having a workout, I'm listening to a podcast. It's so simple to just replace the time you would use to listen to music to instead listen to podcasts, learn new things, gain that internal confidence. If you are not fortunate enough to grow up with a strong role model, or you don't have various mentors or educators in your life, podcasts just provide such a simple way to learn and grow and build your health, build your mindset, whatever it is that you need. There's a podcast for everything. So I'm gonna stop rambling, but podcasts really are like the micro things that I have used to completely shift and change my mindset and just like beat up those limiting thoughts. They will come, but when you're able to have control over them, they don't have control over you. That sounds so corny, but I hope it makes sense. I heard Layla Hermosi say on the Ed Milet Show a few days ago that you need to respect yourself with the choices you make. And I'm gonna insert that episode down below because it was a really great one. And this is so true, especially in your friendships, your relationships, and your everyday decisions, from what you like on social media, what music you listen to, what you say about yourself, the conversations you entertain. You need to ask yourself in each of those decisions, do I respect myself more or do I respect myself less? And this is such a micro habit that can change your life and change your mindset. For example, if you decide to wake up and text that toxic ex that ghosted you or did you dirty, does that make you respect yourself more or does that make you respect yourself less? For me, that would make me respect myself less. If you wake up one day though and decide to engage with that friend who is constantly being, positive, who's going out, trying new things, trying to work out, trying to stay disciplined, does that make you respect yourself more or does that make you respect yourself less? To me, it would make me respect myself more. If I decide to keep on reposting negative things on social media, does that make me respect myself more or does that make me respect myself less? Me personally, it would be less. So just that micro habit of, do I respect myself more or do I respect myself less in these decisions or in any decision I make, has really helped me to make better decisions. And trust me, I have made some that have been disrespectful to your girl. I've had some bad experiences in the past, but the key is I have learned from them and I will continue to learn from decisions that I make. But just having the mindset, do I respect myself more or do I respect myself less, is really key to making better and more informed decisions. Can't speak properly, but decisions. Learning to develop a healthy relationship with my body, from the food that I eat to the movements that I do in the gym, has ultimately changed my life. Like guys, before I had terrible acne, but because I changed the way I was eating, because I started to exercise, I literally cleared my acne and gained so much more confidence. Before I had little edges, like I had no edges, but because I started to work out and now I sweat a lot more, I've literally been able to grow my edges back. Like my edges are now laid and slayed, like you see. They intact because I exercise. Moving your body is an amazing micro habit to implement in your day to day. And I know it can be a bit difficult for some people, but I'm not telling you to go and be Hulk Hogan. No, just start off very small. Maybe instead of taking the bus somewhere, you walk instead if it's a very short journey. Potentially you can do star jumps in the morning, maybe like 30. Simple, just a way of moving your body and getting your mind accustomed to moving and stretching and exercising. Just something very small. And I think a great way to start exercising or to start enjoying exercising is to not look at it as something that you have to do, but something that you get to do. I remember being very sick. I was a sick child. I used to get sick a lot. And one time I had appendicitis and I was in the hospital for about 7 days, bedbound for about 2 days, and I couldn't walk for those 2 days. And I remember feeling so helpless, and that was when I realized that it's really a joy and a privilege to be healthy. It's a joy and a privilege to move your body, to even get a body, and to get a healthy body at that. To get a healthy body that you can move and wake up and feel and know that I have the chance to experience this thing called life and have a chance to move my body. It's an amazing, wonderful thing. So really, that time in my life taught me the joy and the privilege I get to move my body even when I don't feel like doing it. In today's world, reflection, journaling, meditation may come off as buzzwords, but along with exercising, these have been the core principles that I have used to clear my head. Every day when I wake up, I spend about 30 minutes to an hour journaling and speaking to God. I know that not everyone is religious, but you don't have to be religious to journal. It's something that you can just do. You wake up, you sit down, you talk to yourself, and if you struggle with journaling, you can start off with using these prompts right here that I have inserted somewhere on the screen to help you just start building that habit. And it really does help you clear your mind. It helps you remain present. It reduces your anxiety, or it has in my case. So that's literally what I do every single morning. Reflection is something I've started to incorporate in my day-to-day routine, where it's just like before I go to bed, I spend 15 minutes reflecting on my day. What went well? What didn't go so well? What could have been improved? When was I less than my best? I record these things and I analyze them, and I'm like, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna try to be better than I was today. And just doing these things every single day, slowly and surely, I've been able to just be more present. I've been able to be more patient with people, because it's hard, it's hard to be present. It's hard to be patient sometimes. But by doing these things, I've been able to become this person, and I hope I can continue to be that person. But yeah, guys, these are the micro habits that I've implemented in my life since I was about 16 years old, and I continue to implement them now, and they have completely transformed how I think, how I feel on a day-to-day basis. So I really hope it does help somebody who's starting their self-help journey, who's starting their productivity journey, whatever journey that you're on. I hope you're able to get some kind of valuable advice from today's video. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna be transitioning into more self-help content, and I also want to start showing more of my creative side on this channel. So the educational videos might be put on pause for a while. So if you do enjoy content like this, do let me know. Let me know what was your favorite tip from this video down below. And yeah, that's about it. If you're new to this channel, what's up? Welcome to the family. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. So without further ado, stay safe, stay blessed, and peace.